Hey friend, Roger Christopherson here. Just taking the time out to review a couple of the new Ozzy songs. Just gonna make this a little short one, but yeah, I've heard both of the new Ozzy songs and figured I'd give my take on what I think about this because I've seen a little bit of bashing and stuff going on out there, and all I gotta say about that is it's Ozzy. He can do whatever he wants to do. I don't think it matters what anybody else thinks at this point in his career. He's gonna do what he wants to do. And joking aside, I do like these songs. I have to admit. I think something that people may not know about these new songs is because I saw there's been a lot of bashing online over him doing that song with Post Malone. He was actually asked to do that song by Post Malone, and the producer of that song was Andrew Watt, which people probably don't know who he is, but he is a guitar player who was most recently, as far as I know, was in the band California Breed with Glenn Hughes and Jason Bonham. And they released one album, and then Jason Bonham had to quit, and they got another drummer temporarily, and I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was the guy from Red Hot Chili Peppers there, but I may be wrong. I'd have to check on that one. I actually can't remember who the replacement was off the top of my head. Anyway, he wails on guitar on that album. He proved himself as a guitar player. You know, to anybody who doubts who he is or his abilities on that album, check it out. It's a really good album. I mean, anything with Glenn Hughes on it, come on. So anyway, produced that album, or produced that single with Ozzy singing on the Post Malone song there, and him and Ozzy apparently got it along pretty well, and asked Ozzy if they wanted to work on some songs, which they did. And as far as I know, this whole song was, or the whole album was written by the two of them, produced by Andrew Watt, and this came about really quickly and organically. It wasn't anything that was really planned, and so far this is the first two songs were the Under the Graveyard and Straight to Hell are the first two that I've heard. I'll tell you, when I heard Under the Graveyard, first impressions of it were that it sounds like Post Malone's producing an Ozzy song. Good. Production's good. Background vocals are like really a lot of, I don't know how to express it, but there's a lot of background vocals, and I think it actually adds a lot of life to the song. I think that's something that a lot of people don't pay enough attention to is the background vocals. They just ignore them or don't add a lot. And a lot of times just even the subtle little bit of the background vocal every now and then can really breathe some life into a song that, maybe just give it that little extra something that it needed. And I think on this one, it does add a lot to it. Arrangement's a little, not standard, but that's fine. I mean, I like that type of thing myself. It does have a little bit of a Black Sabbath feel to it, which, I mean, how can you complain about that? To me, it sounds like it's a good song. Nothing to get super excited about, but it's a good song. Straight to Hell, I've only heard it a couple times so far, so my impressions of that one are a little bit heavier. Still got that really slick production, but I do have to say a couple of the last Ozzy albums, especially the last one that Zach played on there, starting to sound very similar to each other. So I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily to break that up a little bit, experiment. I mean, as an artist, I know what it's like constantly experimenting and trying new ways of doing things, and you gotta grow, I think, as an artist, just for your own personal benefit. So I have no issues with experimenting, especially this wasn't like a planned out thing. So yeah, more power to him. Heavier song. Didn't know what it was about at first. I'd give it 2 listens. Now is all I've got, but I guess it's supposed to be about drugs and how drugs can lead you down that path, straight to hell. I guess I have to agree with that sentiment as well. Ozzy would be one that would obviously know more about that than a lot of people. And this also has a guitar solo by Slash in it. The only little critique I do have to make about it is it sounds like Slash playing. It doesn't sound like the tone we're used to hearing with Slash. I mean, that's part of Slash's, I think, persona comes through in his guitar playing. And he's got that Les Paul Marshall sound on almost everything I've ever heard him do. This is a little bit more, it sounds more, solid state to me, I guess, is the way it doesn't have that warm tube feel like we're used to hearing from Slash. So that would be my only little critique of it. Otherwise, I think it's actually a pretty good song. I could see this on some of his older stuff. Hoping to hear some more. So far out of these two, I wouldn't say that they stand up to his classic material, but I wouldn't say, let's put it this way, I wouldn't say they are better than his classic material or quite up to like a Crazy Train or Suicide Solution. One of my favorites is Over the Mountain. I don't think it's up to that level, but I still think they're really good songs. I think they are better than some of the stuff he's released in the past, 20 years. So, yeah, I can't wait to hear the rest, quite honestly. So that's just my quick overview of this. Let me know what you guys think. Want to check out anything that, I've done, because Ozzy is also one of my inspirations. Black Sabbath and Ozzy's two of the bands, that I would consider Blizzard of Oz a band that I was listening to at that age when they were all coming around, and I was starting to get into music myself. If you want to check anything out that I've done, go over to my YouTube station, channel station, whatever, shows you how old I am. Roger Christopherson, or you can check out my music on Bandcamp as well. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.